Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bold and Beautiful today. Lee's startling secret is out when Brooke and Nick reconnect in Italy. After being greeted in Naples, they are shown to the hotel and brought to the rooftop for a reception. They are in awe of the scenery and eager for Italy's enchantment to start. A man greets Nick on a pier and shows him his boat and Luigi, who is repairing it. Nick reminds him that it must be prepared. He's planning something really unique. The presenter inquires about Nick's plans for the day while Luigi receives additional instructions. It's a journey to a mystical location where kissing your significant other will grant them eternal life. That's the plan, my man, Nick laughs. Luigi struggles with the steering wheel of the boat. Nick continues to insist that everything be flawless for his host. Although they are investigating, the man cautions that there appears to be a hydraulic issue with the boat. Nick looks up as the man leaves and notices Brooke at her rooftop event. Time to let the fun begin, he thinks. Brooke, Ridge, and Eric welcome several visitors on the roof. Eric then thanks everyone for coming, and everyone raises their glasses. Sell it. Ridge takes a photo with Brooke and a few guests after gazing out at a maroon ship. Then he excuses himself. When Nick shows up, Brooke exclaims, "Ciao, Bella." Eric plans to travel to Capri early in the morning. Nick invites Brooke to enjoy herself. She believes she can fit it in. He is not going to accept no. All right, she laughs. It's a date, Nick says. They kiss, and Eric observes. Donna and Taylor argue. Taylor informs Donna at the Forrester mansion that she received a text from Ridge stating that they had made it safely to Italy. Taylor already misses Ridge, and Donna misses her honey bear. They wish they had been able to accompany them. They will the following time, when it's not a work travel, according to Taylor. She questions whether Nick Marone will be attending the celebration. Donna comments on his unexpected return to Los Angeles. According to Taylor, Nick is now in charge of his father's whole fleet. They remember his yacht, the Shady Marlin, and how he entered their lives due to a shipwreck. According to Taylor, Brooke and Nick eventually got married there. Unfortunately, it didn't last. Do you really think they could have a future? Donna says. According to Taylor, he only returned to see her. Donna is unsure if Brooke would take that route once more. Although they both know that there is only one guy who can bring her sister happiness, she still wants her sister to be happy. I apologize. Donna wonders if Nick truly has feelings for Brooke or if Taylor is just dreaming. According to Taylor, she communicated with him directly. Every male, even her husband Eric, loves Brooke, Donna shrugs. Ridge isn't, according to Taylor. She is certain that during the trip, he won't have time for any of Brooke's games. Donna must be hoping Nick will divert her attention. I'm always up for an adventure, says Taylor shrugging. Although she has faith in Ridge, she is prepared to wager that Brooke will approach. While defending her sister, Donna acknowledges that she is correct that Nick is a real catch. Taylor is certain that Brooke will find him alluring. Donna questions whether he will turn Brooke into his own company in Italy. They discuss Taylor and Nick's shared desire for Brooke to let go of Ridge. Taylor genuinely wishes her the best. Donna wonders if her sister's relationship with Nick will disturb Ridge. According to Taylor, he has moved on. Perhaps Donna ought to support a reunion between Nick and Brooke. He's not her first pick, according to Donna. That's too bad, Taylor says. Ridge is not a possibility. With Nick, Brooke might be able to find happiness. What is Lee doing? Lee is passing his workplace with a box when Finn cries out to her at the hospital. She declares that she will be taking a leave of absence. Finn scowls. She despises not working and adores her job. What is this all about? Lee says she's worn out. She simply needs some time after Luna's passing and discovering what Poppy did to him. When Finn questions his mother, she simply responds, "It's time." She shifts the topic to Steffi having some time off with the kids as well. Finn knows, but he really does miss them. He is always telling himself how fortunate he is to have her safe. I nearly lost sight of my wife because of Luna. Lee makes it clear that she will be absent for as long as necessary. She hasn't decided yet if she would remain in the city. The thought of her sleeping and reading makes Finn laugh. She rarely takes a vacation on the spur of the moment. Lee tells her kid not to worry about her since she's burned out. Finn, I have to take care of things. Something I had long since had to do. Brooke Logan Forrester stepped into the reception, the panorama stealing her breath, the sapphire expanse of the bay cradling mythical islands, the chaotic, vibrant city humming below, the promise of La Dolce Vita thick in the salt-kissed air. Beside her, Ridge and Eric exchanged pleasantries with fellow Forrester Creations executives, the trip ostensibly a celebration of European expansion, yet Brooke felt the familiar, restless stirring beneath the surface, the magic of Italy awakening something dormant. Below, unseen amidst the gleaming forest of masts in the marina, Nick Marone stood on a weathered dock, his gaze intense as he conversed with a local host who gestured towards a sleek, powerful yacht, the Shady Marlin II, its polished chrome winking in the light. Luigi, the weathered captain, wrestled with a stubborn hydraulic fitting near the steering console, his frown deepening as Nick leaned in, urgency sharpening his tone. Luigi, it has to be ready. Flawless. Capri by noon, understood? Nick's voice was low, charged with a purpose that transcended business. The host, sensing the gravity, nodded. See, Senior Marone. A magical place, no? They say a kiss there grants love eternal life. A slow, knowing smile spread across Nick's face, his eyes crinkling at the corners. That's the plan, my man, he affirmed, the phrase carrying the weight of years and unspoken longing. As the host moved off to chivvy Luigi, Nick's gaze instinctively lifted, drawn upwards like a compass needle finding true north. There, radiant against the backdrop of the Tyrrhenian Sea, was Brooke, laughing as Eric raised a toast, Salet. Her hair catching the sun like spun amber. Nick's heart hammered against his ribs. Time to let the fun begin, he murmured, the hydraulic issue momentarily forgotten as destiny, or perhaps just meticulously orchestrated romantic folly, beckoned. High above, amidst the clinking glasses and murmured admiration for the view, Ridge's sharp eyes caught the distinctive Marone shipping logo on a freighter cutting through the bay, a flicker of something unreadable, perhaps proprietary instinct, perhaps old rivalry, crossing his face before he masked it with a charming grin for a guest's selfie. He excused himself, leaving Brooke momentarily alone as Eric discussed an early Capri departure, her gasp of surprise echoing softly as Nick materialized beside her, impossibly handsome, his voice a warm caress. Ciao, Bella. Brooke's pulse leapt, a familiar electricity sparking between them, momentarily short-circuiting the years of separation and complicated history. Nick. What are you? He cut her off with a disarming grin, just asking you to play hooky for a few hours. Show you something unforgettable. She hesitated, glancing towards Eric and the crowd, the dutiful CEO warring with the woman who remembered stolen moments and passionate defiance. I think I can squeeze in a little fun, she conceded, a playful glint returning to her eyes. Good, Nick declared, stepping closer, his presence enveloping her. Because I won't take no for an answer today. Her laughter, light and genuine, rang out. Okay. You win. His gaze held hers, intense, promising. It's a date. And there, on that sun-drenched rooftop overlooking the cradle of romance, with Eric's watchful, slightly perplexed eyes upon them, they bridged the chasm of years with a kiss, tentative at first, then deepening, a current of remembered passion and tantalizing possibility surging between them, oblivious to Ridge's distant scowl or the faint, troubling cough of the Shady Marlin II's engines below. Meanwhile, continents away in the cool, sterile quiet of the Forrester mansion, a different kind of tension hummed. Taylor Hayes, nursing a cup of tea, shared Ridge's safe arrival text with Donna Logan. They made it, Taylor announced, a wistful note in her voice. I miss him already. Donna sighed, her thoughts clearly with Eric. Me too. Honeybear feels so far away. Wish we were strolling the Amalfi Coast instead of holding down the fort. Taylor's expression turned speculative. Next time, definitely. When it's not all spreadsheets and strategy sessions. She paused, a calculated edge entering her tone. Though I wonder if Nick Marone managed to crash this particular party. Donna's eyebrows shot up. Nick? Back in LA after all this time? What's he up to? Taylor leaned forward, the strategist emerging. Running the entire Marone fleet now, apparently. Remember how he sailed into our lives? Literally? That shipwreck. The Shady Marlin. Her voice trailed off pointedly. Donna's eyes widened in recognition. Oh. Where he and Brooke got married, Taylor finished smoothly. Such a shame it didn't last. Donna studied her, sensing an agenda. You really think there could be something still there? After everything? Taylor shrugged, a picture of faux nonchalance. He came back to LA specifically for her, Donna. Popped up right when things were complicated. Donna shook her head, protective of her sister. I want Brooke happy, Taylor, truly. But you and I both know there's only one man who's ever truly held her heart. Sorry. Is Ridge holding hers anymore? Taylor countered swiftly. Or is he finally moving forward? Maybe Nick's reappearance is serendipitous. Donna remained skeptical. Or wishful thinking on your part. Is Nick really that invested, or is this just another man dazzled by Brooke Logan? I spoke to him, Taylor revealed, a hint of triumph in her eyes. He's focused. And Ridge? He's far too busy on this trip for Brooke's distractions. Donna caught the implication. So you're hoping Nick will distract her? Keep her occupied? Taylor offered a serene smile. Nick's always been adventurous. And Brooke, well, she appreciates a grand gesture. I trust Ridge implicitly, Donna. But place your bets, I say Brooke makes a move. Donna bristled slightly but conceded a point. Nick is quite the catch, I'll give you that. Handsome, successful, passionate. Exactly. Taylor pounced. Irresistible, wouldn't you say? Especially in Italy? Donna envisioned the scene Taylor was painting. You think he'll make courting Brooke his personal business over there? Taylor nodded. We both want the same thing, Donna, even if our reasons differ slightly. We both want Brooke to let go of the past, to find happiness beyond Ridge. Nick represents that possibility. Donna sighed, conflicted. He's not my first choice for her. But Ridge isn't an option anymore, Taylor stated firmly, the bedrock of her argument. Maybe it's time to get behind a reunion that could actually bring Brooke peace. Let Nick show her a different kind of happiness. Donna remained silent, the image of her sister kissing Nick under the Italian sun, planted firmly by Taylor's words, taking unsettling root. Simultaneously, in the antiseptic corridors of the hospital, a different kind of secret strained against its confines. Finn Finnegan, emerging from his office, stopped short at the sight of his mother, Lee Finnegan, struggling with a heavy cardboard box filled with personal items from her office. Mom? What's all this? His voice was laced with concern. Lee didn't meet his eyes, her usual composure replaced by a brittle tension. I'm taking a leave of absence, Finn. Effective immediately. Finn frowned deeply, stepping closer. A leave? But, you love your work. You practically live here. What's going on? Lee adjusted her grip on the box, her knuckles white. I'm tired, Finn. Just tired. After everything with Luna. Her voice hitched, the memory of her niece's tragic death still raw, and learning what Poppy did to you, it's all taken its toll. I need some time. Finn's gaze was penetrating, seeing through the flimsy excuse. Mom, this isn't like you. Taking off on a whim? You hate vacations. You get restless reading a book for an hour. He gently took the box from her. What is really all this about? Lee avoided his scrutiny, focusing on a point over his shoulder. It's time, Finn. That's all. She attempted to deflect. How are Steffi and the children? Taking time away was wise after everything. Finn softened momentarily. I miss them like crazy, but yeah, it was the right call. Every day I remember how lucky I am Steffi's safe. What Luna did, she almost stole everything. The mention of Luna brought a flicker of profound pain and something else, guilt? To Lee's eyes. Yes. Luna, she echoed hollowly. I'll be gone as long as I need to be. I haven't decided if I'll even stay in Los Angeles. Finn's attempt at a reassuring chuckle fell flat. Mom, reading? Resting? This isn't you. Taking a sudden vacation? You're burnt out from avoiding work, not doing it. Talk to me. Finally, Lee met his gaze, her dark eyes filled with a resolve Finn had never seen before, layered over a deep, unsettling sorrow. Don't worry about me, Finn, she stated, her voice regaining a sliver of its familiar steel, yet trembling with an undercurrent of dread. There's something I need to take care of. Something important. She paused, the weight of decades pressing down on her slight frame. Something I should have done, a very long time ago. She took the box back, her movement final, and walked down the corridor, leaving Finn rooted to the spot, chilled not by the hospital air conditioning, but by the chilling ambiguity and profound gravity of her unspoken secret, a shadow stretching from the sun-drenched chaos of Naples, through the scheming parlors of L.A., and into the very heart of their fractured family, waiting to break the surface with the force of a long-suppressed truth. The stage was set, eternal promises whispered on Italian breezes, whispered conspiracies in Beverly Hills mansions, and a mother's burdened silence cracking under the weight of a past demanding reckoning. Nick and Taylor form a bond despite their heartbreaks. The return of Nick Marone to the CBS soap opera suggested that Jack Wagner would remain for a number of months. It is thought that Nick will return to Los Angeles and that he is only beginning to cause havoc, regardless of the chaos that occurs in Naples. The tycoon of Marone Industries has had his eye on Brooke Logan ever since Nick came back to B&B. But when Brooke refuses to reconcile with him, will he turn to Taylor? Below are spoilers for what will happen next on the CBS soap opera. Nick Marone is silenced. Brooke Logan is in for a romantic treat in Naples while the Forrester Creations crew is currently on site in Italy. Brooke is traveling to Europe alone, even though she has begged Ridge to change their relationship. Bold speculations suggest Captain Nick Marone will prepare an extravagant proposal for his ex now that she is formally for sale. According to soap opera spoilers, Nick's romantic ambitions will fail, and there will even be a risky boat mishap during that time. Ridge will declare his love for Brooke once things in Italy are settled. The sole issue is that Ridge seemed to have forgotten about Taylor, his fiancée, who is in Los Angeles. Taylor leaves Bridge reunion. Nick and Taylor will be left behind while Bridge, who is single, goes full steam ahead with their reunion. Many fans are unaware that Nick and Taylor were once married. When Ridge leaves with Brooke, Taylor will be sad, and Nick will be there to support her. Will the heartache they both experience become more than that? Brooke Logan, the luminous yet perpetually conflicted matriarch whose heart seemed eternally tethered to the tumultuous rhythm of Ridge Forrester, yet, as the sun set on the romantic disaster in Naples, where Nick's grand, desperate proposal to Brooke capsized spectacularly amidst the literal and metaphorical choppy waters of the Mediterranean, an ill-fated gesture culminating in peril and profound rejection, and as Ridge, swept away by the Italian ambience and Brooke's enduring pull, impulsively discarded his engagement to the steadfast Dr. Taylor Hayes in a breathtaking display of forgetfulness that shattered her world anew. The stage wasn't merely set for the inevitable Bridge reunion steamrolling forward, but crucially, for the poignant, unexpected counterpoint emerging in its desolate wake, the profound, resonant bonding of two discarded souls, Taylor and Nick, united not just by the fresh, searing wounds of betrayal and abandonment, but by the deep, familiar ache of loving Logan women who ultimately chose Forresters, and by the intricate, often overlooked tapestry of their own shared past, a history whispering beneath the surface of their current pain. The devastation for Taylor was absolute and multifaceted. Ridge's abandonment wasn't just a romantic rejection, it was a brutal negation of the stability, trust, and future she had meticulously rebuilt after decades of heartache, a public humiliation echoing her past losses, reinforcing her deepest insecurities about never being truly enough, never being the unwavering choice in Ridge's perpetually shifting heart, leaving her feeling exposed, foolish, and drowning in a familiar grief that threatened to pull her under, a grief made more isolating by the public nature of Ridge's desertion and the triumphant glow surrounding Brooke. Simultaneously, Nick, licking his wounds back in LA after Brooke's unequivocal dismissal in Naples, a rejection amplified by the humiliating spectacle of his failed proposal and the subsequent near-tragedy, grappled with his own potent cocktail of emotions, the sting of pride deeply wounded, the frustration of once again being Brooke's consolation prize only to be discarded when Ridge beckoned, the gnawing emptiness of realizing his grand gesture was perceived as pathetic rather than passionate, and a simmering anger directed less at Brooke and more at the cyclical futility of his own desires within the Logan Forrester vortex, a vortex that seemed to perpetually spit him out bruised and alone. It is within this shared atmosphere of profound disillusionment and raw vulnerability, in the quiet, heavy silence that follows the bridge celebration, that their paths inevitably converge, not as rivals or mere acquaintances, but as veterans of the same devastating emotional wars, recognizing the mirrored pain in each other's eyes, a silent acknowledgement that transcends words initially. When they finally meet, perhaps drawn together by a magnetic pull of shared suffering or a simple, desperate need for understanding unavailable elsewhere, the conversation doesn't begin with accusations or plots, but with a hesitant, almost sacred sharing of their respective agonies.